Deb was our liaison for many years at the jail. Now here she is on the board with us. I forgot to ask, and I didn't see looking around. Previously, but yeah, I didn't think I missed anything. I thought we were Chance Burton might be here now, because he's been to the last 2 or 3 elections we got. He could be out of town. You know, actually, he could be out of town. Now, before we get into the proclamation that we got here, I want to read a line from Kitty's latest tour biography. And we'll read it verbatim. It says, gone is the young Louisiana gunslinger who erupted onto the early 90s scene with his burning down guitar solos and gut punch songcraft. The man he's become is even more magnetic, still pushing his Fender Stratocaster where others fear to threat. And that's threat as in the Monkees, not a guitar man. I apologize for the fact that we can't just turn him loose up here. We'd like to play a few licks, but unfortunately, that's not allowed under Phase 2 real. So we can't allow that. Got it? Okay, now, Deb has been so kind. We have a proclamation issued by the mayor, so she put in motion.
I'm standing in for Mayor Perkins. How do I look? Okay, so here's the proclamation, and it reads, whereas Kenny Wayne Shepherd was born and raised in Shreveport, Louisiana, and graduated from Caddo Magnet High School, and whereas he began playing the guitar at a very young age and literally taught himself to play one note at a time by listening to his father's record collection, and whereas he began playing in earnest at the age of 7 after meeting legendary blues guitarist Stevie Ray Vaughan, and made his own stage debut at age 13. And whereas he's been writing, recording, and performing around the world ever since and has released a string of #1 blues albums and CDs, and whereas he's performed with such blues greats as B.B. King, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, and Hubert Sumlin, and teamed with music legends Stephen Stills and Barry Goldberg to form The Ride. And whereas he's garnered a number of awards along the way, including 2 Billboard Music Awards, 2 Orville H. Gibson Awards, and 5 Grammy nominations, and is now being inducted into the Northwest Louisiana Walk of Stars. Now, therefore, we, Adrian D. Perkins, Mayor of the City of Shreveport, and Lorenz Lowe Walker, Mayor of the City of Bossier City, do hereby proclaim June 27, 2020 as Kenny Wayne Shepherd Day in Northwest Louisiana.
Yeah. That's a nice keepsake. Certainly. But there's an even nicer keepsake. Each time we induct somebody into the walk, they get one. And it's this beautiful marble and stone award right here. So if you would, my friends. See it? This chip right here is very fragile. Oh, it's fragile. Now, with that, the microphone's yours. All right.
Hey, everybody. Hey! Yeah, thank you for coming out under these unique circumstances. We had, like he mentioned before, we had planned on doing this back in March. It was going to be right at the beginning of the launch of our spring and summer tour, which obviously has now been postponed. But what that has given me is an opportunity, an unexpected opportunity to spend an extensive amount of time at home with my family, which I appreciate very much.
Oh, yeah.
And it allowed us to we were quarantined out in California, and I said, hey, let's load up the van and go to our home in Louisiana. And we drove from Los Angeles all the way out to Benton, and been hanging out on the farm for the past couple weeks, and spending time with family and enjoying the beautiful scenery of the place that I grew up and the place that I was born and raised at, and the place that brings back so many memories for me when I was a kid. And it's so great. I have several of my children that came with me tonight, but having a place here is giving them an opportunity to experience some of what I experienced as a kid, and to know where their dad came from and know how special this place is. When you walk down the road here and you see all the names that have been put down here before mine, you realize the significance, especially for me, the musical significance that this area holds in music history. There's been a lot of tremendous artists that have come out of this area and made music history, and I'm just proud to be a very small part of that group of people. It's an honor to be here and be included with those names and people that I idolized and looked up to growing up. And to be asked to do this is, I can't even tell you how much of an honor this is. As I've gotten older, whoa. You good? She's quick. As I've grown older, I think most of us, as we get older, things come into perspective. And I've written songs over the years. There's one on a couple records back called Louisiana Rain, which is all about, being young and wanting to go out and see the rest of the world and be excited about what else might be out there. But as I've gotten older, I look back at my hometown and I just appreciate so much of what this place is all about, and everything that I had growing up here. The music I was exposed to, the people, the good old-fashioned morals and values, that we all have down here. But the music, really impacted me. Seeing Stevie Ray Vaughan right up the road here at Veterans Amphitheater, which doesn't exist anymore, but that changed my life and set me on a path that has, gotten me to this point where I'm standing in front of you guys today. Growing up, going to the radio station with my dad at K-Tux, and 99X or whatever it was called at the time, and KWKH, and seeing all those bands that came through town affected me and put me on a path, that was going to determine my life, So it's just been a really unique experience. I'm very proud to be from Shreveport. Everywhere I go, I tell people where I'm from. I try and bring attention to the area because it's important to me, and it's important that I let people know where I'm from, because I believe this place is important, and it's definitely important to me. So, and early on in my career, there were people that did a lot of things that enabled me to get where I'm at. Like, nobody stands up here as a result of only their own efforts. Like, I'm here because of a large group of people over the years that have supported me, beginning with my family at home, my family and my business, because we're a family-run business, and our business has always been operated out of this area, continues to be so to this day. But the people of the city of Shreveport, I was too young to play in bars. Like, I wanted to go play because that was what was going to take me to the next level, but it was illegal. And so the city council of Shreveport actually got together and amended a law that allowed me, or anybody under the age of 18 or 21, to be able to go in and be a professional musician in a place that served alcohol, as long as they had a parent or a legal chaperone with them, legal guardian. And that enabled me to put my band together and to start playing live music, early on as a teenager. All of that contributed to the opportunities that I had and the career that I've established today. It wasn't all me. A lot of people in this city supported me from the very beginning, continue to support me almost 30 years into this thing. But it all started right here for me. So to be able to stand in front of you guys, receive this honor, and be able to put my hands, into the pavement and, forever out here, it's just, I can't tell you how important it is to me, how much I appreciate it. I appreciate all your support. Thank you for showing up in this, these circumstances. It really means a lot. It just shows me, what I already knew is that my city's behind me, just like you were almost 30 years ago. So thank you guys.
I'm so short. Thank you, Kenny. And again, congratulations. Welcome to the Northwest Louisiana Walk of Stars. You, sir, are number 32. Now, what we're about to do is a very small group of us are going to go inside Cohab, and he's going to put his handprints and footprints in concrete. I wish we could all go in, but if you didn't hear the announcement I made earlier, they had a flood Friday night. And everything in there is completely discombobulated, piled up, stacked up. They got blower fans going to try to keep it dried out, and we just can't all try to go in there. Besides that, it wouldn't work under social distancing, and the fire marshal would have a fit if he knew we were all in there. So what we're going to do, we adjourn to go in there. Kenny, his family. Speaking of family, I didn't even introduce Anna and the kids. Hey, kids. The whole crew here. They're all going to go in. Media that's here. Art, else was here early. Y'all can go on in there. And then the Walk of Stars board members can go in. And everybody else, you're going to have to stay out here. Are you live streaming it, Deb? On our Facebook page? Okay, our Facebook page is just Facebook.com, NWLA, as for Northwest Louisiana, NWLA Walk of Stars. So we'll have that up on there. And with the exception of those first few minutes where we forgot to turn on the camera, hopefully the rest of this got recorded, and I'll be able to post it up on our on our YouTube channel with a link to our Facebook page later tonight. So stand by. Those of you that I named off a while ago, feel free to follow Carlton up there, my board members, the media, everybody else. Again, like I said, I'm so sorry that you can't go in.